Wow, so I did not think they would be able to pull it off, but they do it. The Dallas Cowboys take down the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday Night Football and advance to 6-1. There's something very interesting about this Cowboys team. We'll see how it ends for them this season, but man, there's something special about them. I ain't gonna lie, though. We'll see what happens in the playoffs. It's always the playoffs when it comes to the Cowboys. Will they finally prove us right? We'll see what happens this season. But I'm not gonna lie. When I heard Dak was not playing in this game, I immediately thought to myself, yeah, Minnesota's going to win this game. However, there's something I've been ignoring about Minnesota, and that's their offense. This Minnesota offense is a train wreck. It's a mess. Now, they have the talent to compete, no question. But for some reason, they struggle to put up points. I don't know why. Is it Kirk Cousins? Is it the play calling? Is it the execution? I think it's a mix of all three. And it showed tonight. There were just times they just could not execute on any plays. And there were other times where the play calling was so conservative that you would wonder whether or not they're trying to win a football game here. Like, they were not being aggressive when they had a chance to legitimately win this. And it showed in this game. But one thing that definitely showed was Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins today was bad. He was bad. It was worse than what you would expect from him. Because him having a bad game, in terms of him playing poorly, it happens. But he had a bad game in terms of not taking any chances. He played scared. He played conservative. He didn't really try to attack the secondary of the Cowboys. And it showed. Kirk Cousins spent most of this game checking the ball down. Dude, you have Thielen and freaking Jefferson on this team. You have weapons. When you have Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson and you can't get anything going downfield, what does that say about your offense? I'm not going to lie. The play calling was not the best for the Vikings today. And honestly, I'm questioning what the problem is. Seriously, Vikings fans, please tell me, what is the issue with this offense? You've got the weapons. You've got the talent. Yet you're struggling to put up points. This is weird. You got Justin Jefferson. You got Adam Thielen. You freaking got... Oh, sorry. They were showing a clip here from the end of the game because Cooper Rush, who, by the way, we'll talk about a little bit later in this video. But you've got Dalvin Cook. You've got Adam Thielen. You've got yourself a Justin Jefferson. You've got weapons. And you're just not utilizing them. All this was today was just a bunch of checkdowns for the Vikings offense. At some point, the freaking audience and the fans just started booing because the offense was so putrid. It should not be like this. For the talent they have on this offense, for them to be like this makes no sense. Vikings got to get it together. Cooper Rush, man. Player of the game, man. Player of the game, player of the night, MVP of the night. For him to come in and do what he did for this team with Dak not playing, gotta give him credit, man. Cooper Rush was a different quarterback in the second half, and it showed. First half was definitely rough for them. They couldn't get anything going. They managed to put up some points, so that was a good thing. But just you could tell they just couldn't get anything going in the first half. Second half was a different story. Man comes out the locker room on third down, first possession of the third quarter, third down. He throws a 73-yard touchdown. All of a sudden, things just started opening up. But in the second half, he did what Kirk Cousins was afraid to do. He took shots down the field. He was attacking the Vikings secondary, which, again, shows that he was out here being aggressive. He wanted it. The Cowboys wanted it. They were fighting. I don't know what the Vikings offense was doing. They were checking the ball down. Meanwhile, you got Cooper Rush here. He's out there hitting his guys. And then Amari Cooper, he starts going off as well. He starts getting the ball more, and you start seeing him play a role in this. And all of a sudden, the Cowboys offense starts to be alive. The run game's going, with Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. They're trying to do their thing. By the way, I'm not going to lie. Zeke and Pollard, when you look at this run game for the Cowboys, Pollard just seems to be more effective in the run game for the Cowboys than Zeke has been, and it's glaring. You see it every week. It's glaring for the most part. Not saying anything about Zeke or anything that got changed, but it's clear as day that, I don't know, it's just been, they've been more effective in the run game with Pollard as opposed to Zeke, which speaks volumes about something. But Zeke ended up coming up clutch in this game, so I don't think anybody's going to care about that. You can use that as a nice little 1-2 punch and kind of figure that out, but yeah, you can clearly see it in the run game here. Now the Cowboys defense, they did their thing for the most part. They did their thing for the most part. Cowboys defense was really holding they were holding Kirk Cousins and his offense from doing much, and it was clear as day that they were going to win, especially on that last drive. There was no way they were going to give him a touchdown to end this game. The Dallas defense has been playing fantastic for much of the season, and they continue to play well. Now, it looked like Diggs got injured late in the game, and I hope he's okay. It also looked like Amari Cooper was dealing with a little hamstring injury, but he fought through it, and he came back in the game and ended up being the hero because he ended up catching the game-winning touchdown for the Cowboys. Speaking of that, the fourth quarter was just very it was interesting because it looked like we were heading to overtime. But you know what? I gotta give credit to the Cowboys offense, but mostly I gotta give credit to Cooper Rush because he really did what Kirk Cousins was afraid to do today. He stepped in the pocket and came up clutch. Because the Vikings, they end up going down the field. They get 33 yards worth of penalties on their second to last drive, and they end up putting up a field goal. They're at the goal line, couldn't punch it into the end zone. Once again, it just shows the woes of the Vikings offense. They can't seem to find the end zone, so they end up kicking the field goal. They're up 16-13, and we're thinking, okay, this game's about to potentially go into overtime. If the Cowboys get the ball back, they'll probably kick a field goal, and we'll go into overtime like this. But yeah, the Cowboys get the ball back, and all of a sudden, they just start moving down the field. And like I said, Amari Cooper came up clutch. He made one hell of a catch that honestly could have been picked off, but he found the way. It could have been picked off, but the ball ends up getting tipped. Cooper manages to grab it, and he catches it, and it's a huge gain for them. And then the Cowboys offense, they continue to slowly truck down. Next thing you know, it's 3rd down and 11, and everyone's sitting back and thinking, we're about to go into overtime. There's no way they're going to pick up this first down. And all of a sudden, Ezekiel Elliott, he comes up with the clutch play. He catches the ball, splits 2 defenders, and picks up the first down. Couple plays later, Amari Cooper at the back of the end zone, he catches it for a touchdown, and the Cowboys take a lead and ultimately win this game. So yeah, Cowboys offense came alive in the second half. Cowboys defense was doing their job for the most part. Vikings offense was just a train wreck. It's been a train wreck for much of this season. Just inconsistent. They struggle to score points, and I don't know why. Vikings defense actually did relatively well in this game. I mean, you forced 2 turnovers. You did a great job. You caused the pick. So that was one great thing. And then you just smacked Cooper Rush and caused the fumble to happen. So, I mean, they were forcing turnovers. The Vikings defense was doing whatever they could to help their offense out. It's just this offense was so putrid, they couldn't get anything done down the stretch. So, yeah, Kirk Cousins was so timid, he didn't even try to test that secondary, which is weird because they started off the game going down the field and scoring a touchdown with Thielen. And all of a sudden, everyone's looking like, oh, the Vikings offense is going to pop off. Since that touchdown, they proceed to play timid. They don't play any level of aggressive football, and ultimately they end up losing this game. Defense played well enough to win, but unfortunately nothing came of that. You know, Justin Jefferson wasn't really utilized that much in this game, and it showed. Honestly, the Vikings offense was just a mess. It was a lot of checkdowns. So they need to get their crap together. They keep playing like this, it's not going to look good. Of course, for them, next week, they're going to face off against my Baltimore Ravens, so it should be fun in seeing how they try to measure up in that situation. But if they play like this against Baltimore, they're going to lose that game. Simple as that. They're going to lose that game. Hell, with the way this game went, honestly, if Dak was playing tonight, the Cowboys would have blown these dudes out. Dak would have carved up that Vikings defense. With the way the Vikings offense played tonight, if Dak was playing, this would have been a game that would have finished in the end. It would have been like a 3 quarters. They would have beaten these guys in 3 quarters, blown them out. Dak would have been chilling on the sideline. That was the type of situation here. The only reason this was close is because Dak wasn't playing. And it was clear as day. But yeah, Vikings offense got to get it together. Vikings defense played well. Cowboys offense got it going in the second half. Cooper Rush got it going in the second half. Amari Cooper got it going in the second half. Ezekiel Elliott came up clutch in the second half. So that's great for them. And the Cowboys defense ultimately shut down the Vikings offense. So that was a great game for the Cowboys. They go to 6-1. As for the Vikings, I believe they fall to 3-5 now. So things aren't looking good on their season. They've had a lot of opportunities to win games, and their offense just has not shown up when they've needed it to. So it just comes down to that. They got to fix this offense. Once again, I'm not sure if Kirk Cousins is the problem or the play calling or the execution, but something's got to be fixed. Zimmer, fix this offense, bro. Fix this offense. They can't keep playing like this. You're not going to get to the playoffs playing this type of offense. So something's got to change. Something got to be fixed real quick. But congrats to the Cowboys getting it done without Dak. This looks like a special team, and we'll see what happens with them. With that being said, that is all I got, and I'm out of here, man. Peace!